Oh, happy days. Happy, 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 happy days. Why is it a happy day? Because you don't have to watch the Lakers play anymore, LeBron play anymore, anything like that. You don't have to watch them anymore. They were bounced out of the first round by the Timberwolves, and it's just a happy time. And what we're going to discuss is them getting bounced. We're going to discuss JJ Redick. We're going to discuss LeBron James and how this GOAT conversation is finally over. I've said it's been over for a while, but people still hold on and grasp to LeBron being the GOAT. It's over. It's done. He is not the GOAT. I welcome arguments. This is the one topic that I will never, ever, ever be convinced otherwise. He is not the GOAT. He has never been the GOAT. The only good thing he is good at is playing for a long time. That's it. That's the only thing. So, Lakers were eliminated. Love it. 6 OAT. There's only one. MJ done it 23 by Dennis Corral. I 100% agree. Glad there's like-minded individuals out there. The only thing that people argue with me about is I think MJ's the GOAT. I think Kobe Bryant is right up there. As it's hard to see because of my camera, but I have a Kobe Bryant portrait up there. I was a big Kobe Bryant guy. I think he is up there. I do take Kobe over LeBron. I will never be convinced otherwise that Kobe Bryant either is not in that conversation. I think MJ is ultimately the GOAT. I have a Michael Jordan Fungo pop up there and everything else. That's it. But the Lakers were beaten, bounced out of the first round by the Wolves. So the people out there like Shannon Sharp, who I think is an idiot, and others that Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Now, I am going to tell you this. Watching the NBA is so hard. Watching the NBA today is so hard. People love it because they say the guys are more athletic. They make these plays. Fans are now all about scoring numbers. They want to see 130 points scored. I'm not about that because I coach basketball and it's about doing things the right way. And I think in the NBA, you don't really see a lot of fundamentals as much. I'm not saying the guys in the NBA aren't athletic, but I mean, do they really play defense anymore? The rules kind of gravitate towards letting the offense do what they want. That's why I liked the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, the Vince Carters, the Shaqs, the 90s and mid 2000s up until you got, after probably 2010 or so, where the rules started to change and things started gravitating towards offense. I remember even watching Derrick Rose's Bulls. They thrived on Tom Thibodeau's defense. They thrived on, yes, we have to score the basketball, but we are also going to play some defense, and that's what I like to see. That's why I like college basketball, even though it's sometimes gearing towards that. But that's why I've always gravitated towards it. When Kobe Bryant retired, there was really no reason anymore to watch the NBA, like make time to watch it. I would always make time, but not now. I kind of keep up with it, but I don't need to because of this stuff, these conversations. And I said this when JJ Redick was hired, and somebody commented on one of my videos and said update because I said that the Lakers were not going to win a championship. I didn't even know if they were going to make the playoffs. Now they made the playoffs, so I was probably wrong about that. But JJ Redick, people talked about him being this great, fantastic coach, and I said the guy's never coached NBA before. Well, he's played in it. There's a huge difference, in my opinion, from playing to coaching. And that's why Steve Nash, he kind of was an assistant coach. He was a shooting coach. He had some, experience in that and became the head coach. Even that has a conversation. Jason Kidd has to have like those conversations. Think about Phil Jackson. People think that Phil Jackson just went straight to being like the head coach of the Bulls. No, he was an assistant for the Bulls. He was an assistant at other places. That's what usually happens is you are an assistant coach before those next steps are taken. Even Bill Belichick was an assistant. Nick Saban was an assistant before even getting to be a defensive coordinator. Doc Rivers was an assistant. Like these guys go and they cut their teeth in the business. And I'm not saying that people that played don't know exactly what they're talking about, but coaching and playing are completely different. You have to have a different relationship. So my thing with JJ Redick was I thought he got the job because he started that podcast with LeBron James that was very short lived, but they're friends. So you can't convince me that LeBron didn't go and say, I want JJ Redick to be the head coach of the Lakers. He had something to do with it. I think starting that podcast was planned by LeBron James. So maybe he didn't even have to say those words, but Jeannie Buss, who apparently loves LeBron James, which is awkward, and wanted to say, let's make him happy. Started this podcast with JJ Redick. Let's just hire this guy to make sure that LeBron is happy. And I'm not saying you listen to JJ Redick, great with X's and O's, understands all that, but how can you coach it? How can you display it? I'm not saying he did a horrible job, but people were up like build a statue of JJ Redick. People even said build a statue of LeBron James, which we'll touch on that in a second. But they were like, build a statue of JJ Redick. What has he proven as a coach? What has he proven to do? And if he's that great, they wouldn't have got bounced in the first round here. But people, when they got Luka Doncic, man, they said they were going to win the championship. Like, here it goes. And I'm just sitting here going, it's LeBron James. He's going to screw it up somehow. You don't have an experienced coach. Excuse me. And something's going to happen. And the Timberwolves just said, let's bully LeBron James. Let's shove him around. Let's get him mad. Let's play hard defense. Let's be physical. And they were able to do it. So they got bounced. So the Shannon Sharps of the world, shut up. Lakers in 5 was a stupid thing to say. And man, everybody thought they were going to do it. Especially like the Nick Wrights. What an idiot. Nick Wright is an idiot. Like he still will find an excuse for LeBron James about, well, they didn't have a center. Well, you trade away your center. Oh, well, they've got to do other things. LeBron had like 0 points in 2 straight fourth quarters or wherever it was. And my problem with the fans is this. The way they describe LeBron James, it's like we're talking about the second coming of Jesus, which nobody is Jesus, right? Jesus is Lord. He's the Son of God. But the way to describe him is that he is like that. He can do no wrong. Nothing is ever his fault. When they win, it's all because of what he did. When they lose, it's because of what everybody else around him did not do. And that is what the fans do. And the media runs with it because you have Shannon Sharp, sometimes Stephen A. Smith, you have Nick Wright and others that just blast this and blast this out. And LeBron knows that's what LeBron knows. He can do no wrong. And then when he has the 0 points, he keeps passing the ball for somebody else to do it. The argument is, oh, yeah, because he made the right basketball play. Okay, is it the right basketball play? And if you know a guy is shooting poorly, you should just do it your damn self. Yeah, sometimes Kobe passed the ball. Sometimes Michael passed the ball. But he knew and trusted because of their leaderships, especially Michael Jordan, their leaderships, how he practiced, the standard that if he was going to pass the ball, it was only going to be to somebody he trusts, somebody he saw do in practice, and somebody that was going to compete close to his level so that they can win. LeBron is not a leader, never has shown leadership qualities, never has really rallied a team around him, especially later on in his NBA career. There could be some argument at the beginning, But then as it became the media started getting bigger, he wants to play the narrative. He figured out that he could blame others because media guys and fans were blaming others. He could feed into that, play, control the narrative, and that's where that came from. So LeBron James, yes, you've played for a very long time. That is a respectable thing. Even though you load manage, let's be real, you load manage, and I'm not saying others don't. I hate load management because I've told the story a million times. I'm going to tell it again that I got to see Kobe play one time. I live in Illinois. I'm never going to fly to Los Angeles to watch him play. To try to watch him play when he comes to Chicago, the prices would be too much. One time, he was playing in Indianapolis. The tickets were cheaper. Got to go. He rolled his ankle a day or two before the game. He was put on the questionable list. It was literally like an hour or less before the game. They said he is going to start. He's going to play as long as he can, and he can only play like a quarter and a half. And that rolled ankle just really got to him. But they asked him why, and he said, because people pay tickets to come watch me play. This is a job. Like, this is my job, and I'm just playing basketball. So if I'm able to go out there and play, I'm going to do it. So the LeBron Jameses and stuff, that load manage is ridiculous because you're playing a game, and there's people like you and me out there that work harder. There's people out there that work harder than I do, and they go to work every day. So all that stuff has to be talked about in that GOAT conversation. So I don't want to hear how LeBron makes these amazing, the right plays. Because Kobe and Michael realize that they could try that, but if it's not working at the end of the day, they've got to do it themselves. And they're going to put the situation into their hands. Okay. And they know that they're going to get it done. They are so confident they're going to get it done that they'll get it done. Now, there are times they've missed. Absolutely, there is. Absolutely, there is. But they didn't turn around and hint at blaming somebody else. They just said they have to do better. That's what they did, right? And I don't recall Michael or Kobe saying like they're the best to ever play the game. So when LeBron sits there and says, I'm the best player on the planet, it's that simple. Like stuff like that, like the ego of this guy. Like, you can be confident, keep it to your damn self. Then LeBron has his flopping thing. There's so many videos of a guy driving by him and like the shoulder is like this far from his face. And he goes, and sells it. The game, I think it was last night, he was jogging and kind of ran into somebody, and it was just a honest to God accident. The guy was running. It wasn't like the guy lowered his shoulder. He kept jogging that way. LeBron laid there like, I saw a tweet, and I actually agree. LeBron acted like he was just hit by a truck. When Donald Trump got shot at it through his ear, he gets right back up. LeBron laid down longer than Donald Trump did when the assassination attempt happened. Like, are you kidding me that you can't get up? So he's so annoying. He's such a diva. He's too worried about other things. He just wants to pat his numbers. So when he is done playing, that he will throw that in people's faces saying, this is why I'm the greatest of all time. And for the fans, this is why he's the greatest of all time. And kind of like the Travis Hunter Heisman, where I didn't know you could be considered for the Heisman Trophy playing two positions. Yeah, it's cool, but that was never a stat, and they made it up just for him. So I hope the next time we can make up stats, I want to make blocking a stat then. It's never been about that, but I want to make it that. I want to make blocking a stat. So when a running back gets in, they talk about receptions and catches for the Heisman. I want to say, well, how many pancake blocks does he have? Let's make that a stat. Like, that's what I want to talk about. When you talk about the greatest of all time, it's everything. Everything, and some outweighs the others. Yeah, cool. You have all these stats. But guess what? The longer you play, the more ugly stats you have that people don't want to talk about. He leads in turnovers. He leads in playoff losses. He leads in missed shots. His free throw percentage isn't as good as Kobe's and Michael Jordan's. So if you want to talk about stats, let's bring those into it. But then they'll turn it around. Well, that's just because he played a long time. Give me a break. Just stop. Your guys' lives will be much better if you just sit there and say LeBron is a top 10 player of all time. Michael Jordan was just on a different level, won 6 championships. Kobe was on a different level, won 5 championships. Oh, but LeBron went to this many, NBA finals. That has to be a stat. If he won them all, yes. Oh, but look at the teams he had when he went to the finals. He had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and they only got it done a couple times. Then you have Anthony Davis and company. You had Kyrie Irving. You had this, like you had all this stuff. I just hate it. Like even when they lost with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, it was, well, look at what LeBron did. Look at what he did. And then when they lose, oh, but Dwayne Wade didn't do X, Y, and Z and ABC. I'm just sick of it. Sick of it. And then they want to talk about building a statue for LeBron for the Lakers. Are you kidding me? Here's his time with the Lakers. 2019, they missed the playoffs. 2020, it says championship, but let's be freaking real. Nobody besides LeBron fans and maybe Lakers fans consider that a real championship. That was the bubble. There was no fans, neutral sites, all that stuff. Wasn't like none of it was real. I don't consider that a real championship. 2021 eliminated in the first round. 2022 missed the playoffs. 2023 they got swept in the Western Conference Finals. Then last year and this year they are eliminated in the first round. He does not deserve a Laker statue at all. At all. Doesn't deserve it. LeBron James is 2-12 playoff record in his last 3 series. 2-12, like that's what they won. So you can't sit there and say that this guy is the GOAT. In the last 14 playoff games, he's 2-12. In 2003, they went 0-4 against the Nuggets. 2024, 1-4 against the Nuggets. This year, 1-4 against the Wolves. Like, what are we doing? When they were in Boston, I think last year, the year before, the tantrum he threw about getting fouled. 2 games ago, they said that he fouled the guy and hit the guy's wrist and arm, but LeBron's like, well, the hand's part of the ball. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you want to make him the greatest of all time? This makes no sense. No sense at all. So we need to stop with the GOAT conversation. It's done. It's over. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He will forever be the GOAT. Forever. Forever. Just forever. Like, I don't. I need somebody in the comments to explain to me why this guy is still considered the GOAT and why people still consider him to be the GOAT. And none of it makes sense to me. Make it make sense. If you guys watch Coach Jason Brown's podcast, he says, make it make sense, homie. That's what he always says. I want it to make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. He's probably one of the greatest regular season numbers players that we've seen, but then when it comes down to the playoffs, just can't do it. I don't think people anymore like his complaining anymore to the refs. I think he's bad in that regard for younger athletes because our young athletes subconsciously will start acting like this, and I don't think they 100% mean it. But when they see LeBron and others in the NBA act like this and they subconsciously do it, so when they play basketball, that's all they want. Like, we have to coach that out of them, is to not complain to the refs and complain about this and worry about this, but they see the NBA guys do it, so they subconsciously start doing it. The NBA ratings are down because they decide to get political. LeBron's too worried about trying to act smart and be politics. He's too worried about trying to get his son into the NBA when his son doesn't deserve to be in the NBA. He's taking a spot from somebody else. So he just needs to retire and be done and kind of go into the sunset with all of his money, all the money he gets from China and everything else, and just go. He needs to be gone. Go do your own thing. If you want to go into movies, you want to go in directing, you want to go into writing, go do something else. Take a page out of Kobe Bryant's playbook. When Kobe Bryant was done, he became very successful, won an Oscar, all that stuff. Go do that. Go do that. The ratings are down. People are done with LeBron. They're done with a lot of things in the NBA. NBA as a whole is just not good television anymore. Like I said, I used to always love Watching an NFL game, I love watching college game, I love watching the NBA game. Christmas, it was always, "I'm gonna put on an NBA game," and I haven't done it in years because it's just not good. The product is not basketball. The product is just not as entertaining. They're too worried about other things, and so I can't stand it no more, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there thinking the same way because the ratings have continually gone down. The NFL continues to stay the same, if not go up. College football goes up, college basketball goes up. So the NBA has just become, excuse me, this boring product. LeBron is a big reason why this has happened. The ratings did not go down with Michael Jordan. The ratings did not go down with Shaq and Kobe and company. Um, and LeBron, over time, when he became the face of the league, Kevin Durant becoming face of the league, and others, it's just gone down. And I want to circle back to his leadership thing. I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the bubble, he wanted every NBA player to not play to like protest and said, "You guys have to do this." And a couple players stood up and said, "Who are you to tell me what to do? Like, I'm going to play. You can do what you want. You can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss," and everything else. And so that just kind of shows that he doesn't have the leadership qualities. He wants to be their buddy. He wants to be their friend, which is cool. Like in the summer, but Michael and Kobe said, like, we have a job. We want to get better. I don't want to hear the Michael Jordan gambling and stuff like that. If that's the way he wants to relax and go gamble, let him go gamble. He put his work in all the time. He wants to go play golf, let him go play golf. Kobe was just a workaholic. He did it all. He constantly worked. Like his hobby was playing basketball. So I mean, those guys to me are a completely different level. So we just need to stop with the LeBron GOAT talk. Okay. I don't want to hear about all the stuff. He leads in turnovers, missed field goals, and all that stuff, playoff losses, championship losses. He can be a top 10 player. But after this, the way you guys describe LeBron, I don't think that he deserves to be in the top five. The way you guys describe him, and I don't want to hear his age. Oh my God, he's old. You're making excuses. Like you'll find a way to anything. He could punch a baby in the face, and you guys are like, well, the baby should have been standing there. He has long arms, something like that. You will find any which way to make sure that he has an excuse, has a way out. And that's kind of the generation now, too, is blaming somebody else and not taking responsibility. Find a way to fight through it. Yeah, you might have worked really, really, really hard and it didn't come out the way you wanted to in that moment. But that means you just continue to work hard and something's going to happen. I don't know when, but it will. And LeBron is not showing that. Um, and even he like does he might actually read the books, but like haven't you ever seen like that thing where they investigate like why is he always like open right in the middle or always here, always here? Like he doesn't even really read the books and everything else, you know? Um so guys, LeBron is not the GOAT anymore. I'm so happy. It's finally done. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Kobe Bryant is also above him. Shaq is above him. A lot of people are above him. I don't even know if he's in the top five now because of this. And this is all because of the media, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, who are idiots, and all the LeBron fans. Now, there's some that are civil. I've had conversations with guys that are civil, and we can have the debate. But the ones that you can't even have a debate with, it's over. It's done. And I'm so happy it's done. Hopefully, this is the last time I talk about LeBron James. I hope it is. I might do one when he retires and throw like a party. I'll get balloons and confetti and everything else, and we're just going to have a nice party and talk about it and celebrate, pop bottles, whatever the kids say. Like we'll have a great time. But he's not the GOAT. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow rate on Apple and iTunes. Follow on X, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. How happy are you that LeBron is finally not the GOAT? It's a great time. So thank you guys for watching and or listening. This is Coach Steve. We'll see you guys next time.